products in, and you have to really get to know your hair. So you've got to just make sure it's nice and slick, you don't feel any roughness or anything. That means it's hydrated properly. If it's not, then you might want to use, like, say, a styling cream to put some moisture back in your hair before you start putting on your other styling products like Hydrofusion. Or if it's just a little bit of lightweight conditioner that you leave, you can actually use the Botanical Boost also as a primer before you put your styling products in. I just wanted to put more water in because my hair feels hydrated enough. And what I used today in the shower was my Curl Co-Wash. And I didn't have time to do a treatment, but honestly, even though a treatment might say 12 minutes, 20 minutes that you have to do it, if you don't have 12 or 20 minutes to do a treatment, a 3-minute treatment is better than no treatment at all. So I did use the Ouida 12-minute, just quickly in my shower for about 3 minutes, rinsed it out, and then applied, actually I emulsified it first, added a little bit of balancing rinse after, emulsified it through, and now my hair feels really good. You have to follow the instructions on the Co-Wash. You know, it tells you exactly how many pumps to use. Sometimes I have to do a pre-wash with the Co-Wash to get that little bit of buildup removed from my hair with it, so I might do 2. But then you have to leave it on through the duration of your shower, however long that might be, but at least for 3 minutes, and that will provide a good conditioning. So I really, if I would have had done a quick one today without the 12-minute treatment, just because I find my hair is dry now from winter, I probably could have just come right out with this, and then went right to a Hydrofusion to put myself, put a little bit of moisture back in my hair. So I had a little bit of extra time, so I did that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just clip up the top layer of my hair, get it out of the way, and I have the pump for the Ouida Heat and Humidity Gel, Love It Climate Control, and I'm going to just take a little pumpful, and I'm going to rake it through the lower layer of my hair. I find that, oh, water's dripping everywhere. And I find that you just got to really rake it through well, and you can do the rake and shake method and then just drop it and let it go, or you can just do the scrunch. I like the scrunching one, I don't have a lot of time, but you just hold it out from the root, pull it out, do a grid pattern with it, shake it, and then drop it, give it a little bit of a scrunch, and you'll see the curl encouragement there. And you can hear that sound. I don't know how good my mic is picking it up, but that's the sound you want when you have the product. You want to hear that good squish squish. And then what I'll do is I'll do section number 2, just above my ear, a couple inches there, letting it down. Bring all this up, out of the way, just bring my hair down. And then another little pumpful. Keep that out of the way. And just rake it through. You know, the rake and shake method, when you see it online, it's usually with girls who have longer hair, and they're so lucky because they can really get that. And just give it a little bit of a squeeze before I drop it. And then just doing 2 areas to get that grid. A good shake. And drop it. And then we have the top layer. And sometimes with the top layer, you guys, you have to, like I said, you have to know your hair. If it's not feeling as hydrated as you'd like, you know, and now I'm going to see that it's still making a good squish sound, but not quite what I need, so I hand in a little water bottle, put some more moisture back in. You might have to put like a leave-in on the top, just a little bit, to just give it a good base for your gel if you're finding you're dry, because you don't want the frizz afterwards. And then this one I'll just do a little bit quicker. And I do it in all directions to make sure the gel is evenly distributed all the way along the hairline. Just take one section back, and then give it a squish, drop it across the crown, squish and drop it, and then the top part here is important to try to create that grid pattern in both directions. Give it a good shake, and then just give it a squish and drop it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip my head upside down to get that curl encouraged a little bit more. And I think you can still hear the sound. It's a good, healthy squish squish sound. If you're not hearing that sound, again, just add a little bit more water. Once I think I've got as much curl as I can encourage for my scrunching upside down, I would go more upside down, I just want you to be able to see what I'm doing. Then I'll take my microfiber towel and I'll hold it right to the root and let it go. And hold it right to the root and let it go. And the reason why I'm doing that, especially at the top part, is because I want to use the clips afterwards for root lift. And if you do that, you get pretty good lift at the root, just sliding the clips without having to work too hard and fussing. Okay, and then I'm going to flip it back, see where the hair's gone. Okay, and I like my part on this side, so that's good. So then what I would do with the clips, it's important to start, well anyways, you can start anywhere. I find it's better to start at the back and work your way forward. So what I like to do is you only open it 1 centimeter wide, no more. If you do, it's going to collapse and you won't get the lift that you want at your root. And I just start right at the back across the crown where I know I lie flat and slide it in perpendicular to the scalp. That means this way, right? I go randomly across where my part line is and I just slide it in. It's a lot easier than people, I think, than people make it look sometimes online. And I'll just go everywhere I want to have lift. And you want the arch facing backwards when it's in, right? Because you want the hair to go over top. So then I'll just put one here. Again, opening it at 1 centimeter, just randomly putting it in. I end up usually creating a little circle around the top of my head. The little clips that they use with other tutorials are far too complicated. These duckbill clips, 2.5 inches to 3 inches long, are actually the perfect size. And you don't have to fuss too much. I know I'm a little bit flatter back down here, so I'll put one in there, and one in there. And then when it comes to the front, if you can find them, some beauty supplies used to have them years ago. If you don't want like a really big demarcation line around your front hairline and you do want a little bit of lift, you can use these little plastic ones. And just gently slide them in where you think you're going to want to push that little bit of root lift up, and then just push these hairs over top, and then that's it. So I'm